The Knicks able to win the opening tip, and we're underway here at Madison Square Garden. Al Horford snares the rebound. Dennis Smith Jr. sends it away. It's theirs now. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw up and good. It's a 3-point play on the first possession of the game. Jay, sometimes it's not just the heat that does opponents in Miami.
I've been a victim to this multiple times when we have played the Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here on South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Dragic wide open, knocks it down.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Oh, yes, me and you.
And score, strong take.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas, or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
To Dragic. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Waiters to Dragic. Wide open shot. Nice to see him expand his arsenal.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Listen deep, listen deep.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Dragic with it. Down 4. To Horford. Dragic. He made his first effort, but not that time. To Gortat. Short jumper won't fall. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
James Johnson trying to cash in on the 3-point play. For his career, 69% at the line. Off the mark on his free throw. Hayden.
Number 7, Goran Dragic.
Runner's good there.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
He'd have the basketball. To Dragic. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Now the Heat going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's next. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Number 20, Brandon Knight.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Elfrid Payton, a couple of free throws on the way. Numbers not in his favor, 61% for his career. First one, counted. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. It's the Heat with the possession. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. And counted at the rim.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make two bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Burke with it. Trailing by 10. Has a look. Wide open look. Won't go. Bam Adebayo with a piece.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Dragic into the front court. He'll run the offense. T.J. Warren. Huge block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
And scores at the basket. Great body control, Jay. He was a freight train down the lane.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Goes to the left side. Has a chance. Goran Dragic. He's now 4 for 6.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession, though.
Let's see what the Knicks can do here. To Kevin Knox. And he scores. Big step that time, but they'll count the bucket.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Dragic. Here comes the screen. To Dragic. Good look that time, but off the mark. Kevin Knox. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Dragic.
To the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
In the second quarter.
To Payton. Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Number 2.
Burke with it. His guys down big. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Layup goes down. Well done.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. So it's going to stay with Miami. To Dragic. Fires the three. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
A shot at the buzzer. Layup's good at the buzzer. Nice finish. And the first half has come to an end. As we are at halftime, let's get you to Orlando.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Knicks entered the locker room at halftime with a significant lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the New York Knicks.
Game track. Field goals.
The Miami Heat just couldn't get any of their shots to go in those first two quarters.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win. The Knicks have built a lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the New York Knicks. Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Dragic with the basketball. Down a bundle and a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway.
Hands off, get the board.
Gets a look, can't hit.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
To Dennis Smith Jr. And the basket good at the rim.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Dragic with it. Looking to make something happen. To Waiters. Missed it. Not much more you could ask for from the defense there. Smith with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Miami with the basketball. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Full throttle right to the basket for the deuce.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Knocked loose. Waiters. And the finish at the rim.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Knocked loose. Knicks come away with it. They've recovered it. Gortat. Cruises inside for two.
Hand down, man down. You gotta...
Miami's got it. Driving right to the basket. Down the lane to lay it in.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Tough make through traffic.
Here's lesson number one. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of...
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Substitutions, Miami.
Marcin Gortat tips it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
He cruises.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
It's the Heat with the possession. To Waiters. Gets to the basket and scores.
The assist from number 11, Dion Waiters.
My ball. I'm on D. I'm on D.
It goes down.
With handles like that, you get into the hoop at will.
It's a turnover as they head the other way. Count the bucket for two.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Got it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Knocked loose. Defense forces the turnover, and it leads to points.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Hey, switch, I got him.
Marcin Gortat snatching it out of the air. Possession lies with New York. Kevin Knox powers it through.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. 17-footer at the buzzer. Knocks it down from mid-range. The Knicks to inbound here to start the fourth quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
He was hacked. They let it go. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw's good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Dragic. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Can the offense just run some clock here? I've seen enough.
Cashes in for two.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Trying to cash in. Just not going down.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Defense forces the turnover, and it leads to points.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Waiters. Off the mark.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the 4th quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making change.
All right, let's do this.
Substitutions, New York. Substitutions, Miami.
The Heat secure the rebound. Dragic into the front court. His guys down big. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Knocked loose. And a nice finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Dragic with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Waiters. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
To Dragic. All by himself, creates his own shot there.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Lays it up and in.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
To Waiters. Knocked loose. Dragic. Has a look. Can't connect.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter, but the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
Dragic. To Waiters. Here comes the screen. Waiters. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Count it, and the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. It's a victory for the Knicks as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so.
The Knicks could not have been more dominant in this game. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the New York Knicks. The Heat seemed to give up on this game as it got more challenging. And every team in this league loses games. You just don't want to lose them like this. I can already see a players-only meeting in their future. The Heat relied on these guys for their scoring here today.
Player of the game.
When you see these highlights, it's easy to see how this guy earned the award. His impact on the game wasn't lost on anyone. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.